Welcome back to Colin Carmita.
And Chris.
So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite YouTubers, Kimberly Foster of For Harriet. Now, she recently posted a video requesting that Fresh and Fit be deplatformed. And if you're anything like me, you're like, who the fuck is Fresh and Fit? Never heard of these people until she brought them into my consciousness. So Fresh and Fit is a couple of guys where they have different women on their platform talking about dating and life and preferences, kind of maybe a dustier knockoff version of a Kevin Samuels, whom I also didn't know existed until YouTube. So now their platform, or what the complaint is by Kimberly, is that they're using their platform as a way to spew hate towards and about Black women on social media. And I agree with her. I do not condone hate speech or derogatory speech. Yes, people have preferences or inclinations or things that they like, but where do we draw the line between preference and prejudice? And that's the question she asks. But in the meantime, and there are a lot of people that agree with her, her video currently has about 71,000 views on YouTube, to deplatform Fresh and Fit, agreeing that it's a prejudice and a hate speech and not just a preference. So, Chris, do you have any thoughts? I know you're not aware of who these people are either.
I'm from the gay world. I don't know who these people are.
Well, I'm from the heterosexual world and I still don't know who these men are. They don't float into my consciousness until I see people like Kimberly posting. And while I agree with her about, we shouldn't condone hate speech, but I still feel like literally taking away someone's platform, especially if it's their livelihood, is probably...
I think that's wrong. I think that we probably should not be doing that. I will also say that she probably, I just think it's wrong, and everybody, they may change their mind later. Like,
exactly. I've seen so many men, and they even come up to me and say, they've been married to X, Y, and Z type of women, these Black men, and then eventually they get sick of being misunderstood or not understood, and then they want to come back. And, I don't know. People can change their minds. And I think that's why I disagree with Kim on this one. And I've watched several of her videos. Again, she's one of my favorite YouTubers. I watched her on the Financial Diet where she said she wouldn't be a feminist if she didn't believe that people could change. So why wouldn't that apply also to this situation with the Fresh and Fit? So maybe if we're disagreeing with the content, yes, we can discuss what we don't agree with about what they're posting, but let them have their platform. I don't have to watch that shit. I don't have to listen to their podcasts. I don't have to take in any of the garbage that they're spewing. It's a choice. So, but yeah.
So in my opinion, I feel like they're broadcasting it too much, and it borderlines on like putting all Black women down, and I don't think they should be deplatformed for stating their opinion, but it's almost like they invite the people on that they say they don't like or that they're not attracted to, yada, 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 to just throw it in their face. which is, I don't know, it's almost bullying in a way, but in a way it's not, because the women are there because they want to be there. No one's
Yes,
forcing them to go there. So at that point, you just have to let it go, and you have to like, you just have to deal with it or don't. I mean, the choice is yours. You can listen to it or not.
exactly. It's all about choices. And those women that choose to be on those programs, like Kimberly said, that, there's a humiliation kink, but it works in both ways. So you have to have somebody who likes the to humiliate people, and you have somebody who's, well, maybe they won't humiliate me. Maybe I can get them to like me, or I'll be the exception to the rule. And they play into that. Yeah, don't fall for it.
I'm like, no, you got to let them go. They're never going to like you. And you
Or
being
they might like you
desperate.
later, but you'll be in a better space, so you won't even need to worry about it.
Right. You don't need to. My thing is, you don't need to worry about them. Like, I've had so many guys that say, oh, they don't like me, but then later on, then they do. It's always a situation where I'm like, I'm not as interested as I was the first time. So sorry to say. Oh, you weren't interested in black guys when you were 25, but now when you're 55 or 45, now you want a black guy. Well, I'm like, I'm sorry, but I mean, look what you're peddling and look what I'm peddling. I've
Exactly.
still got a hot body, and you're like, you've just given up on life, and now you think you're gonna crawl to me. I don't think so. That is not how this works. Okay. Like, come to me when you're hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
When we're both equally yoked. When we're both equally yoked. Because
right.
I'm noticing that a lot of these, and I'm going to go ahead and use the term I've seen on the internet, used dust salesmen like Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit. They're so absolutely average at best. So
I would
absolutely
say a 3
mediocre.
or a 4. Mhm.
Yeah.
A solid 3 or
Um,
4.
and their preferences are way up here, but what are you bringing to the table?
Nothing. Nothing. Probably not even any dick. Yes, I said it. Not any dick. Small dick, no body. Sorry, guys. I mean, but
What Chris means is they're
facts
bringing to the
are
table a
facts.
lot. No, they're bringing a lot of insecurity. All of that stems from insecurity. When you're secure in yourself and you know that you're loved, literally, and that you are loved, you don't have to put anybody down. It's not necessary because you already know who you are.
Exactly. So, um, I prefer guys with BDE. We call it in the gay world big dick energy, and black guys trashing black women, telling them they're not hot or sexy when clearly they are, because every white woman is copying it. All the Asian and all the other women are copying it. All the drag queens are copying it. So clearly they are desirable, because other women are very critical and they wouldn't copy it if it wasn't hot.
Yes, that's right. We all can be hot. We all can be hot. There's no
Exactly.
need to go bashing anybody else.
Exactly. And I try to tell some of my other friends, they're like, oh, I don't like this one or I don't like that one. I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys are.
I mean, and you know what? Actually, I have been guilty of getting to the point where I was only dating a certain type of guy. I was avoiding, like, for a while, I actually started avoiding dating Black guys, but it was because they were being mean.
Oh, well, you don't like being treated like dirt. I mean, who likes being treated like dirt in a
They were
relationship?
being mean. So I started avoiding. But then I realized assholes come in all colors. Um,
Oh,
so now it's like I just go where love is being served. And once there's no longer being served, I get my ass up from the table and I leave.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the way it works. Like, if you're being treated like dirt, well, anybody can do that.
Exactly.
It's not limited to one color.
Exactly. And the other thing that I think that helps the situation is being able to take care of oneself. So you and I, Chris, were financially solvent. We can pay our own bills and get around in life. Um, and so for a lot of people, they're like dating in the hopes of somebody to rescue them or, save them or make them complete. And I think that's where a lot of women fall into this thirst trap of, these used dust salesmen. You're just you're gonna end up in a bad place, you
Can
know.
I, how can I get that high value man? How can
Who
I?
makes six figures? I want the football star. I want that pro athlete something. I want the rapper with the 12 baby mamas.
Really? Why? Oh, because he's got a little bit of money. I mean, but he's not even cute. Like, and he mean. What are you doing?
Here's
What?
the thing. I have no problem with professional athletes, football players, but basketball players, whatever.
Rappers.
A lot of them are actually great guys, but I wouldn't hang all of my hopes and dreams onto somebody else's life or
Getting
somebody's
rich quick.
career. No.
They get with you, and then they get hurt or something, or their career doesn't, falters for whatever reason. He's still going to be there.
Exactly.
Still going to be there. That's real love.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women wouldn't still be there.
No, but see, that's the problem though. A lot of Black women fall into that, oh, I'm gonna date this potential. And then, when the guy's career ticks off and the money is there, he dumps the Black lady for insert, exotical.
Mm, he
Yeah.
sure does.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm rich now, so I deserve something way out of my league that I could never get if I was broke, or if I wasn't just lucky, to have all this money. And it's so irritating. I hate guys like that.
Well,
I'm
but then
sorry.
and then the thing is that they still end up cheating on their preference. And
Well,
sometimes even with the Black it's a vicious cycle. We'll go round and round and round and round on that one. Nobody just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a winning situation. And I'm not saying all relationships are like, I'm not even saying most relationships are like that. There's just a few that stand out in my mind. And it's just like,
yeah. All right, so let's call it on this. I don't think we should be deplatforming other Black people, even if we don't like what they have to say.
yeah,
All the Black people deserve to have their voice.
yes, agreed.
All right.